Okay, again, I messed up there, guys. Good morning again. This is January 12th, 2021. Early in the morning, I'm presently sitting in Lincoln, Ohio. I had to stop and do a reset because my clock was down less than an hour. But the good news is I am on my last load to Springfield and to as being with the Prime OTR over the road guy. So it's a solemn day for me, you know. I'm looking forward. Excuse me, I'm sorry to put shoes on. I'm looking forward to my new adventure. Everything seems to be going to works. My wife and me talked last night, and my son-in-law's got everything rolling. In fact, he hauled a Connex the other day. I guess had a little problem with the truck he bought, but they got that figured out. I'll be living down in their big fifth wheel camper next to the house until I can get things organized and hopefully get our property and house sold in Missouri, and then hopefully my wife will be down there this summer. I'm hoping for the spring, but I'm not counting on it. But I got to get her down there before the end of this year anyway. But it looks like things are good and rolling down there, so I should be hitting the ground running once I get there. I'm planning my other son-in-law that lives in Missouri with around us. He's going to drive me down there. We're going to trailer my Harley, my Harley down there, so that I don't have to run it all the way down to the southern part of Texas. It'd be a long haul for me, but I'd love to have done it if it was warmer. But anyway, we're going to trailer it down there. He's going to take me down there, drop me off. He's got to pick up another Harley motor and bring it back up to Missouri. So I'm thanking him for that as well. Couldn't count on family. Who can you count on? So hopefully we're going to leave out probably a week from today, which is next Tuesday, and then I'm going to be there officially on Wednesday, and then I got to go through some documents and got to go through the typical stuff where you start working for a transportation company. So it's a routine thing, and that's fine. I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna be with family, thank goodness. Sad because my wife's not coming with me right away. I'm trying to get settled in so that we can relocate, so that I can be around her more due to the health conditions. I had no choice, guys. It wasn't just the revenue and everything. It was just the point I couldn't stay out on the road like I am because of my wife's health. And you all know the story. So anyway, but we're on our last leg, and we're going to see how this turns out. Give you an update of what happened. Last time I talked to you guys, I was up in the north part of Chicago. I had to stop and get a reset because I'd spent all day trying to get these loads. And I just don't understand sometimes. Some of the things that I don't understand that kind of puts me off from what I do is, you got to have a washout. They sent us a fleet message yesterday, where they're getting customer complaints because the trailers are dirty and all this crap. So, and I understand that. That's fine. What I don't understand is as a reefer operator, you guys know you got to blow the dang thing out unless it's a meat load. You need to go get a washout because of sanitation purposes. But my pet peeve is that when you do try to go get a washout, you end up freaking driving 100 miles away because so happened it was Sunday and all of them are closed in Wisconsin. So the only choice I had was a Blue Beacon, and I had to drive 100 miles out of my way to go get it, But they don't understand that, They don't understand that we had to sacrifice time, clock time, and money as a, lease op, that you got to drive down there to go get a washout, make it look good and purty, so that nobody, moans and groans about it. So that's my pet peeve for today, the washouts. And we don't get charged for it. It's just that we lose time on our clock, and we lose somewhat revenue in fuel costs. And I think that should be reimbursable or something. That's my opinion, especially over so many miles. Now, if you're 1 or 2 miles away, that's different. But if you're over, I'd say 50 to 100 miles, you should be getting compensated for that. And then they wonder why you can't make it on time, you know. Go figure. Anyway, that's my rant for that. But anyway, got the load down to Streetsboro, Ohio. I dropped it. Got a proposed load, my final load, to take it. It actually is going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, but I'm dropping it in Springfield on my way out because my last day is tomorrow. Well, it's not officially my last day. I wanted to come back on Wednesday because I want to take a couple of days to clean the truck, get all my gear out, and my official last day will probably be Friday. But I'll chronological that. We'll talk about that because you're going to see a lot more video on some other stuff. So when we get back in, pictures of my grandson. They just got, well, we're going to do a video. My grandson and then my daughter's going to help me clean up the truck tomorrow or Thursday, and I'm going to bring it back to Prime on Friday. But anyway, enough said about that. But anyway, I got this load. It just happened to be like 200 yards away from where I dropped the other load out of Wisconsin. So I picked this load up, and guys, I ran hard yesterday. I ran 597 miles, and I had about 50 minutes left on my clock when I pulled into here, London, Ohio last night. I wish I could have gone farther, but I did. Now, according to the Qualcomm and everything else, I got about 600 miles to Springfield today. I'm going to run it to death. I've got to stop and get fuel in Marshall, Illinois, but I'm going to run it till I can't run no more, I guess. I should, without minor stops, that only stop, and a 30-minute break. I'm sorry, guys, I'm yawning. 30-minute break, I should have no problem making it Springfield. But then again, I'm heavy, so I'm running about, well, I'm not real heavy. I'm about 65,000. So I got to hit all them hills out of St. Louis to Springfield and all that stuff, and a few hills down here too. But it's no big deal. We'll get her there. But hopefully I can get in there sometime this evening. That's what I'm shooting for. It's got to be at the 90 tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If I get at Springfield tonight, it shouldn't be no problem. So I'm going to repower it down there. I'm going to drop it, and I probably won't have any time left on my clock, and I'll probably spend the night at Prime, find a little cubby hole to get into. I'd like to wash my truck, but I'm skeptical about that too. I ain't going to charge me for it, so I might still do it. I don't know yet. It needs to be cleaned. Poor thing. It has been washed in a good month. All the salt and crap on it looks like crap. But anyway, guys, I'm going to take care of that, and then I'm going to park it there at Springfield Park at night. I've got some people coming in. My trainer's coming in tomorrow, wants to hook up with me, Jamal. And oh, by the way, Jamal, you didn't tell me that you proposed to her. That wasn't cool, man, when you talked to me the other night. And I seen the video, and that was awesome, dude. I'm happy. Ha! I'm so happy for both of you. Maybe she'll keep you straight, buddy. Okay? Congratulations, you both, though, for sure. That's a shout out to my trainer, Jamal. So, everywhere. Thanks for the comments on the last one I did. Also, Jenna, yeah, thank you for contact, for that back. I do have you guys' phone number, or your phone number, so I will be calling you when I get back. I don't want to do it until I'm for sure back in the deal, but I should be in Prime tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and I'm going to stay down there all day. So I'm just going to stay there that day because I got some stuff I got to get from. I got to get some stuff from the store. I still got my awards to pick up that I earned, and I got to find out and talk to somebody while I'm there to what the procedure is, and I just want to get everything squared away before I take off and go to the house. So, and then Jamal's coming, so we might end up going to either Oasis or across to the wing place or something. I just want to visit with some of you guys. Tomorrow or Wednesday's going to be dedicated to my Prime family, people that I meet or people I hook up with or know, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys and meeting you guys. And sorry, it's going to be the first and last maybe, but who knows? You guys come down to my neck of the woods, you let me know you're coming in, we'll figure something out, because a lot of people come through Laredo, and I'm only going to be about 100 miles away north of Laredo, and you got to come up 35 anyway, so we can figure out something to hook up. But anyway guys, I quit ranting. I'm getting ready to roll here in about, my clock will reset in about an hour, and I'm going to be rolling headed back towards Springfield. So once I get to Springfield and I get everything settled and all this and sit down, if I got time, I'll shoot another, we'll shoot another video. I'd like to I want to do a live video, just see how many people show up, because that would be cool. And I did it one time and it worked. So we might do that when I get back in on my computer here in the truck. We might hook up and figure out how we can do that, okay? So keep your eyes peeled. It might happen unexpectedly. But anyway, I want to say one thing to all my subscribers and future subscribers too, because I've been gaining some more, over 300 subscribers now, and I know that ain't a lot compared to other people, but to me it meant a lot. But each and every one of you understand something. I already think I failed at what I did, and that's the character in me, okay? You see, I went in the Army, I graduated high school, I went to the Army, I succeeded in everything that I could do, even in my civilian life. But to me, I achieved things that I didn't think it was possible for me at my age. I was able to, start a new adventure after working in the HVAC business for 20 some years, and then coming out away from it into a whole new environment just prior to the COVID crap. And then I decided that, my legs weren't going to hold up. At the time, my wife's health was okay, and she said, yeah, go ahead and do what you need to do. But my knees are not good, and you get that age where, climbing ladders doesn't count anymore. I just couldn't get it. It was so difficult. I'd hurt every day at the end of the day, up and down ladders and stuff, working what I did. So this was a transition move where I knew I wasn't going to do a whole lot of up and downs, Of course, I'd done that, but and the physical part of it's not that difficult. And the driving part I had no problem with, because I drove all over the U.S. working for that company, so I knew I could do with that. But being able to come in there and going to a company that, bringing people in that have no idea what they're doing, no idea what they're capable of doing, never drove a big rig in their life. A company that sticks their neck out to do that is awesome. You know what I mean? I have not one bad thing to say about Prime Company. Not one. I don't. I rant and rave about the rates. The crap that you have to put with on a daily basis. But the overall perspective, the way I feel, is that this is a dang good company if you've never driven a tractor trailer and want to do this for a living, become an over-the-road or professional truck driver. The training, the patience, the overall experience has been, I don't know. I'm beside myself because of it. They let a 59-year-old man come off the street that never had any background. Well, I did have a little bit in the military, but that was 30-some years ago, driving tractor trailers and hauling heavy equipment on the back, but that was years ago. Taking somebody in and letting me train and become an over-the-road truck driver, I can't appreciate that any more than anything. Robert Lowe has one hell of a company going on, and I totally support him 100%. With that being said, I will never forget the experience I went through this past year. Never. Going through the PSD phase, going through the TNT phase, getting my upgrade. Well, let's back up. Going through school as the PSD phase, coming back in and getting taught by one heck of a trainer, and I was able to trifecta when I took my test, which he was excited as heck about, and so was I. And getting ready and getting on the road on Christmas Eve. 2019, yeah. And going on the road for the first time as a driver, as an OTR driver, rookie, but an OT. Going through all the training that we went all through the 50,000 miles, getting upgraded on April 24th of last year, and then getting my own truck, Eagle One, which has been a good truck to me. You know, people have their quirks about every truck there is. Peterbilt's, Freightliners, Internationals. And guys, I have not one complaint about this truck, and it's an International. I was skeptical at first because of being trained in a Peterbilt. Really intimidated because of the backing issues and the radius you have to back. It's a little bit different, but I learned. It took me some time, but I learned how to do it and got confidence and had my confidence built. Jamal always said, you're going to build your confidence. Your confidence will continue to build as long as you're behind the wheel of the truck. Remember that. I had problems with hills. I was so scared to death of these hills and these mountains going down them. He said, your confidence will build. Your confidence will build. And now it don't even faze me. I go down a hill and let it go, you know, of course, within safety parameters. Use my engine brake. Don't use my rear brake, because I used them probably up the first month. The first month I had the truck, trying to learn the system or learning how it worked and everything. Calling one of my best friends, Kiersey, and she has an International. Asking her what the procedures. Why won't the engine brake work when I want it to? What am I doing wrong? And then she was right on the spot telling me this and this and this and this. Totally different than what the Peterbilt did. But this one, now I know it. You know, I've got to learn it. This truck it was my truck. I love this truck. Got it with 1,042 miles, and now I put 85,000 miles on it. I love this truck. This was a good truck to me. Easy to back, easy to put anywhere you got to put it in. I did my first blindside back. I'd never done one before. Guy helped me, you know, help me out because you can't see. And when I put it in there, he said, "You're good to go, man." You know, and that made me proud of that because I try to avoid a blindside back, guys. I just don't want to do them. Either I'm going to go in the right way or I'm not going in, or I'll circle around until I can get turned around and do it right way. But I'm telling you, guys, this is the way, you know, this is a good company to be, and I'm dragging this out, and I don't mean to, but this is one of the close to the last videos I'll do as a company, as a prime driver. Now, the videos are going to keep going. Now, we might fluctuate the title and stuff, and I will tell everybody that when it comes time, but I doubt it. But I just wanted to give you my feelings and my respect and my perspective of Prime Incorporated. It's a good company, people. But you need to make a smart decision when you decide you're going to do your upgrade. I know that now. And I'm not kicking nobody for doing owner op, lease purchase, lease op, or company driver. I'm not trying to bash nobody. I'm just saying you got to have the right mindset and just figure out first which way you want to start off at. Now, I can always recommend. My recommendation now, since experiencing the lease side of it, I should have went company first. You can go company for 6 months and turn around and say, hey, I want to upgrade to lease, or I want to buy my own truck. There's no stipulations there. Once you get your 50,000 miles, the door opens, wide open. You have a choice. And now I wished I could have handled this. If I'd have went company for 1 year, what I've done so far, now I could sit back and tell my wife, Shirley, I said, look, okay, I did company for a year, let's go do lease. But then I would have had the mentality and an understanding of what to do. I didn't have that. I seen the lease side of it because my trainer was a lease off. And I looked at all that big money. Well, that big money is good if you're rolling. It doesn't work when you ain't rolling. So enough ranting. It's 19 minutes. I've already blown on the TV, on the video. You probably all just watch part of it and throw it away. But Thanks again, everybody, for what you've done for me, your support, everything. I keep telling you guys that horrendously. Thanks to all the 300 and some subscribers. I appreciate you. The channel will go on. It'll keep trucking. So, guys, all be safe out there. Take care. And always remember, we're always going to strive, and we're always going to drive and strive for perfection. Always. Love you guys. God bless you. Take care. We'll talk soon. Bye.